right side, and if you're the Redskins, Montez Sweat on the right side, now Chase Young on the left side, you have a very, very good pair of bookends.
No question, Boog. And I think you look at that division with Dak Prescott, with Carson Wentz, and an emerging Daniel Jones. Now you get the outside pass rush. Hopefully Sweat comes on. You know Chase Young's going to be a factor. He is the master of the strip sack, those forced fumbles. He knows how to create. Final 3 games of the season, didn't have a sack. I think that's why it made it easier for the Bengals to say, hey, it's Joe Burrow, not Chase Young. But certainly the Redskins, after thrilled, as you say, to get the best player on the board pretty much all year has been Chase Young.
Well, yeah, one of the things about Chase Young, when you're talking about comparables and guys who he looks like in the NFL, I mean, you have to look at a guy like Jadeveon Clowney in terms of height, weight, and speed. They look almost identical as far as their body types when you just look at them here on the screen. I mean, these guys really are the prototypes when you're talking about 4-3 defensive ends. And with Chase Young, it starts in the run game. A guy who can get off the ball, reset the line of scrimmage, and then come back inside and make tackles here. And you see Jadeveon Clowney, he's just going to win here with speed at the line of scrimmage, but he's still disruptive and get the TFL, the tackle for the loss. And then there's the power component rushing the passer, when you just come off the ball and really just take the offensive tackle and deposit him back in the lap of the quarterback, come off the block, and then make the sack. Here you're going to see Jadeveon Clowney do the same thing to Mike McGlinchey of the San Francisco 49ers. Just put him right back on Jimmy Garoppolo and get the sack. And then they're just rushing with speed, just absolutely teeing off with running. And you can just run the horn there, get your inside pad down, and sprint to the quarterback. And then with Jadeveon Clowney, you see here, he's just going to throw the rip, continue high side, and finish with the sack. And that is something that this is a guy who can do those kind of things. DJ, what did you see in Chase Young? What did you like about him?
Well, everything you just said there, Lewis. I thought he created chaos in every single game that I watched. Even the Clemson game, the stat sheet might not show it, but I charted 5 pressures in that game despite getting double, triple teamed, 3-step drops, getting away from him. He still impacted the game. This Washington Redskins team was last on third down defense. That'll change.
Yeah, DJ, it certainly will. Real quickly, Chase Young was destined to be a football player. He was playing flag football at the age of 5. He didn't go for the flags. He kept tackling the players, then getting their flags. The other parents complained and said it isn't fair. Sometimes life isn't fair, and it may not be fair that you have that much talent in that kind of body for Chase Young. You saw that picture, by the way, on his desk. That's in honor of his grandfather who died in 2012. Carl H. Robinson died at 74 after a long illness. He was a big part of what Chase Young was as a boy, and they are honoring here with that picture tonight. So that means we are at pick number 3. That's the Detroit Lions. There you see Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia.
With the 3rd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Jeff Okudah, defensive back, Ohio State.
And there you see the reaction in Grand Prairie, Texas, where Jeff Okudah is from. The cornerback goes off the board. Here's what's really interesting. The top 3 picks in this draft at one time or another all played at Ohio State University. Taking a look at Jeff Okudah and everything that he's done. He was the #1 cornerback in the ESPN class of 2017. His mother died 6 days after his first day on campus as an early entrant at Ohio State in January of 2017. He wears a bracelet for his mother, Maria Kuda, in her memory, and wrote a really heartfelt letter to her after she had passed away, saying all the things that she had meant to him and helped him along the way. And now Jeff Okudah, by the way, also was an academic star at Ohio State, carrying a GPA of 3.0. Jeff, we thought this would be the #1 corner off the board. We've gone chalk. What do you like most about what you see in Okudah's game?
Well, Trey, I see the size and the length in somebody that is outstanding in press coverage. He wants to play physical at the line of scrimmage. We saw him do it against some of the best wide receivers in this year's draft class. He's got the fluidity to be able to open up. He can drive on the football. He can find and play the football. So I thought he was the most complete cornerback in this year's draft class, and I honestly did not think it was very close. The Detroit Lions have to get better against the pass, and this was the best option for them to get that done.
Mel, what do you like about him?
Well, you look at him and you got a complete corner, a guy that will tackle. That's so important in this league now with the short passes, come up and make the tackle on those elusive receivers. And in the run game, Jeff Okudah is a very confident corner, doesn't get called for penalties. He understands how to break up a pass and not draw the flag, and that's critical in the National Football League. I think Derek Brown, defensive tackle Auburn, was tempting for the Detroit Lions, but you got Darius Slay moving on. You need that lockdown corner, and that's what Jeff Okudah will be expected to be. He'll be hoped to be Stephon Gilmore with the Detroit Lions.
There you see a very happy Matt Patricia, the head coach. And by the way, this is the 6th time in 7 years the Buckeyes have a cornerback taken in the first round of the draft. And there you see Bob Quinn also very, very happy. And we have a theme for the first 3 draft picks of 2020. Burrow, Chase Young, and Okudah, all teammates at Ohio State in 2017. And the first 3 picks off the board in the draft in 2020. We're just getting started.
The 2020 NFL Draft is presented by Lowe's, the official home improvement sponsor of the